Hey bro, what's up? So you've probably seen a few people talking about the recent update to Tormented Souls 2, the one that went live on November 19th, 2025. The devs pushed a stability-focused hotfix that honestly feels like their big cleanup moment after a couple of messy builds. Players have been running into progression blocking softlocks, achievements weren't triggering, and weird duplication and invisibility bugs were breaking the immersion completely. This update is a proper course correction, the kind that shows they've listened to the complaints and actually decided to clean the house rather than just move the furniture around. If you've played the earlier patches, you'll remember the kind of frustration people were having. Some areas would glitch so hard you couldn't even proceed. Elevators freezing mid-sequence, items not spawning, or puzzle triggers not activating when they were supposed to. And in a survival horror game where tension relies on pacing, nothing kills the mood faster than realizing the game itself has trapped you, not the monsters. That's why this patch matters. It directly targets those underlying problems. It's about making sure the mechanics are dependable, the scripts actually fire, and the camera doesn't go haywire just because you stepped into the wrong corridor. A big relief came for completionists too. Achievements were broken in the previous version, especially ones tied to weapon collection and certain diary entries. You could meet every condition perfectly, and the trophy would just never pop. It's the kind of bug that feels tiny at first but completely kills motivation for 100% runs. The devs made sure to call out that they've fixed the achievement triggers, and players are already reporting that these are unlocking as expected now. It's a quality of life change that doesn't alter gameplay directly, but makes finishing the game feel like it actually counts again. Then there are the smaller, yet surprisingly impactful fixes. Things like duplicated costumes, invisible character bugs, and the lighter mechanic glitching out when you equipped or unequipped it. That one was particularly annoying because the lighter isn't just for show. It ties directly into how the darkness behaves, how enemies react, and even how certain puzzles work. When that system broke, it could literally ruin entire sequences. So seeing that fixed feels huge. There was also an issue with diary entries duplicating or not appearing properly, and even a shotgun upgrade icon that displayed incorrectly if you only had the second upgrade installed. These things may seem cosmetic, but they stack up. When you're recording gameplay or doing a walkthrough, having UI inconsistencies, missing textures, or broken visuals kills the atmosphere. It's also kind of interesting to see where this update sits in the game's life cycle. Tormented Souls 2 has had a rocky but passionate launch phase. The team's been releasing smaller hotfixes for console and PC to fix minor issues like wardrobe DLC glitches and weapon placements. But this one feels like the moment where the devs said, okay, enough patching around the edges, let's fix the actual foundations. It's not about adding content or flashy new mechanics. It's about making sure the content that's already there finally works the way it was supposed to from day one. If you think about it from a creative perspective, this update is less about adding and more about restoring, like polishing a mirror that's been clouded by bugs. The game already has a strong core, atmospheric visuals, moody puzzles, and that throwback feel that reminds people of classic survival horror. But the earlier technical issues made some players drop off before they could fully enjoy it. Now, with the patch ironing out softlocks and trigger errors, you can actually experience the intended pacing. You can move through levels smoothly, solve puzzles without fearing the script will fail, and fight enemies without worrying the camera will spin into oblivion. For anyone who's planning to stream or record, this is the kind of patch that matters even more than flashy DLCs. Nothing ruins a recording faster than a softlock mid-playthrough having to explain to viewers why your game froze or why your save file is suddenly unusable. With this update, that sort of frustration is reduced significantly. It might not eliminate every last bug, but it makes playthroughs far more stable and predictable in the best way possible. And that predictability is crucial in a game that thrives on tension. When you're scared because of the environment, not because you might lose progress to a bug. You can feel the difference in pacing now. The camera transitions are smoother, the inventory system behaves consistently, and there's a certain polish to the animations that wasn't there before. Caroline's model doesn't bug out or vanish like before, and interactions like opening doors, triggering switches, or inspecting items feel reliable. The patch even seems to improve loading consistency between rooms, cutting down those small stutters that would pull you out of the moment. All of that builds toward a tighter, cleaner horror experience. And what's also cool is that this patch kind of sets the tone for what's next. It's not a flashy marketing update, it's a get the basics right update. When a developer focuses on reliability, it usually means they're preparing the groundwork for bigger, more confident additions later. But right now, it's all about making sure the core game actually shines. For people revisiting the game after a break, this is the best time to jump back in because it finally feels like the experience the devs originally promised.